And after every man cried to his God, the captain went to a man that was sleeping and said, "Oh sleeper, bring your God to on board. I have brought my God." Everybody here has brought their God. So, oh sleeper, you cannot be a man without a God. You cannot be walking around without a God. I suspect that every man that has a family must have a God. And every man that is old enough to pay a fare to travel must have a God. No man in his right sense will want to travel past a sea without a God behind. So, sir, there is trouble. We have all called on our God. Our gods are not showing up. It's left with one sleeping. Let us try your God. It's left with one sleeping. Let us try your God. And indeed, the man was right. When the man that was sleeping came, he said, "I was trying to run away from my God." So don't worry that your gods didn't show up, because my God made your gods. So what is actually happening is from the one who made your gods. So it's possible that if you call them, they won't come. What am I trying to say? This year you need a God. You need God. It's not safe to travel without a God. It's not safe to move from January to December without a God. I know that we are talking about there are 3 dimensions to God. He is omnipresence. He's actually everywhere. David said in Psalm 139, he said that when I take my bed into hell, you are there. When I go to the upper part of the sea, you are there. Everywhere. He is omnipresent, but that doesn't mean he will show up for you. And then you come to the next level, where we talk about his abiding or indwelling presence. Right now, as we are here, God is here. When the children of Israel traveled in the wilderness, God was with them. He was a pillar of cloud by day, that is the abiding, and a pillar of fire by night. But there were some people, the cloud was there, the fire was there, but because of their sin, serpents bite them and kill them. So he was abiding with them, but serpents could still kill them. And then we have something we call the manifest presence. That is when God is coming for you for an assignment. That is when he comes as a customized God, a personal God. That is the point he will tell you that I will be your God and you will be my son. You might be in his omnipresence and still your life will look like you have no God. You might be with his abiding. Do you know in John chapter 20, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." But still told them that don't try until power comes. So which power was that? That one was the manifest. With the abiding, he is just there to mark that you are somebody, but the devil can fire you. You can come among a church service, his abiding presence is there, but when you leave, it is his manifest presence that saves you. This thing we are talking about, the presence of God, the presence of God. We are not just talking about an alcohol program BSA and the presence of the Lord is here. And no, we are talking about your personal God. So that if you touch Elvis in secret, that God shows up. He is the personal God of Elvis. Dominai. He said, "Sleeper, awake and call on your God." Listen. And when you read the Bible, Jonah chapter 1, he said, and they all called on their gods, Sumoji. But when the captain came and woke Jonah up, he said, "Call on your God, Big J." We have heard of you. Your face looks familiar. Are you not the prophet that they've been talking about? Your face look, your God is superior. Rise up and call. But my issue is that how come a ship is full of everybody with different gods? That means everybody has pocketed his God. This flesh is not safe. There are many of you who have turned your brain like your God. Markoski, I have PhD, I have masters. There are situations that don't respect PhD. Yes. You must have a God with you. If you don't have a God, you are in trouble. And I'm not talking about joining a group. Joining a group and this is our church. This is our church. This is our church. No, you must be able to say, this is my God. This is my God. Ruth told Naomi, your God will be my God. I have stayed with you. I've seen you have a God. Your God will be my God. I saw you come with a husband and come with sons. All of them died. You survived. There is a special God behind you. Your God will be my God. As I said, yes. Look at the whole Laodicean church. He said, I stand at the door and knock. He was addressing the whole church. But when he came to I stand at the door and knock, he said, I stand at the door and knock. If any man, when it comes to my manifest presence, I deal with individuals. If any man will open, I will come in and dine. And dine with him. Menini Beba Betun said, if any man, the church is 1,000, but if any man, I feel way. Be the minyami ashe makume mo. Also pewo die she wakume. Yes. It is a new dawn for us. Our God is going ahead of us. Oh, I love it. I love it. He said, and everyone called on their cause. The people understood. They believe that you cannot travel without your God. Abradia water ni akunyane no. Sorry. Befre onyame. Yeah, bre. Befre onyame. And now the entity one problem oba na wo adwene ne say. And now wo adwene kire wo say. And now we are brain oriented. That is why we are suffering all the things that can ever happen to a man. Because we don't understand that the spirits run the world. How can Joseph interpret a dream and then Pharaoh will say that the spirits of the gods are in him? This guy, there is an unusual wisdom he carries. There is a God inside of him. They understood what we don't want to understand. Why are you living your life without factoring God in this matter? I think